Hi, I'm Eileen, and today we're going to be going over 5th grade Y log worksheet lesson 6. So we're going to start off with the first problem. So it says, round each number to the nearest millions place. Write in standard form. So we're going to be going over 1 and 2. So 1, we're going to be finding the nearest millions place, which is the 8. So if we look at 8, when we round, we just look at the number behind it, which is 7. And if it's a 5 or above the number, then we round. So since 7 is above 5, the 8 will turn into 9 and they'll all be zeros, and that's our answer. Number 2, we're gonna find the nearest millions place, which is the 1. If we look at the 1, there's a 2 behind it, and 2 is below 5. If it's below 5, we don't round, so it's just going to be staying as 51 million. And replace the other numbers with zeros. And that's our answer. Next, it says, round each number to the nearest billions place. Write in standard form. So, if this was the millions place, here would be the billions place. And we see the billions place is an 8. So if we look at 8, and we look at the number behind it, it's an 8. An 8 is 5 or above. So the 8 for here, the green highlighted, it'll be rounded to 9. And the rest of the numbers are zeros. Next, for number 4, we see right here the billions place. And then, that's the millions place. The nearest is right here. So we'll say this is a 0 for the billions place. And we see that the number behind it is a 5. And 5, if it's a number 5 or above, it's rounded, so it'll just be 1 billion. And that's our answer. Next, it says, round to the nearest millions place. Write in short word form. So the example is here. The nearest millions place this is the millions place, and we see that it's a 3. Behind 3 is a 0, so we don't round it. So it just stays as 413 million. And we write it in short word form. So we're going to be going over number 1. So number 1, we see that the 46 is in the millions place. And 6, let's see the number behind 6, which is a 1. And 1 is below 5, so that means it should stay as 46 million. So we write just 46 million. And that's our answer. Next one, it says, round to the nearest billions place. Write in short word form again. This time the nearest billions place. So number 2, we see that the billions place is right here. So, the 6, we're going to look at the number behind 6, which is a 5. Since it's above 5 or above, the 6 will turn into rounded to 7. So it'll be 197 billion. 97 billion. The last page, it says, round to the place of the underlined digit. So we're going to be going over 2 and 3. So for number 2, we can see that the 8 is underlined. So the 8 is in the thousands place. hundredths place. If we look behind 8, it's a 6, and that's 5 or above. So the number will be 8 will be rounded to 9, and the remaining numbers are just 0. So 7,900 is our final answer. For number 3, the 5 is underlined in the hundredths place. If we look at the number behind 5, it's 5 or above. If it's 5 or above, we round. So the 5 that's underlined will be rounded to a 6, and the rest of the numbers behind it will be a 0. Lastly, we have a word problem. I'm going to be going over number 2. It says, the U.S. has an average population of 17,144 people per city, and there are a total of 19,495 cities. How many people live in cities in the U.S.? Round your answer to the nearest millions place. So, it says 17,144 people per city. And we have a total of cities, 19,495. So in order to know how many people live in the cities of the U.S., we multiply 17,144 times 19,495. And we get a big number that I'm writing down right now. That's the answer we get. But it says round to the nearest millions place. Okay, so the millions place is right here. So we could see, this is the millions place. Sorry about that. And the nearest millions place is the 4. If we see the number behind 4, it's not 5 or above. So we're not going to be rounding the 4. So our final answer will just be 334 million, and the rest of the numbers are just zeros. And that's our answer.